Okay, so Rent a Girlfriend is about high time I talk about it, and it always seems to be a bit of a sensitive topic, maybe a little bit touchy within the anime community. With, well, not a lot of people liking it, and admittedly not a lot of its own fans even liking it. And, well, if you do somehow like this anime, you're bound to get clowned on at some point, so surely as someone who's only just building an audience here on YouTube, I wouldn't dare touch the one thing anime fans hate the most. Right? Well, in what might be an attempt to potentially speedrun the downfall of my channel, I'm here to tell you that I actually like Rent a Girlfriend, or Kyojuro Omashu, for those, real weebs. And you know what? To make it possibly even worse for people and, trying to subscribe and get into my channel, I love the dub of this series even more than the sub. That's right, I'm a dub watcher. So join me as I give the take that'll surely have my anime list users bomb my house within the next 10 to 5 minutes on the hottest trash fire anime that there is out there, Rent a Girlfriend. If there's one thing I love possibly more than masterful work such as Berserk, Vinland Saga, and Attack on Titan, or pure shonen hype anime such as Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia, it is without a doubt some good old trashy rom-com anime, and you can sure bet Rent a Girlfriend falls right under that category. For, well, a multitude of reasons, actually. There's just almost an endless list of reasons on why this anime is just hot garbage, and we're gonna kind of go over some of them today and why it gives the anime charm. For starters, the MC is the worst person I've ever seen in any piece of media or fiction, and the plot progression is just fast enough to keep the cash flowing but not to end the story, which for some reason I don't mind. And as a matter of fact, this is legitimately my favorite anime currently airing. Actually, to make it even worse on myself here, this is the only anime that is currently airing this season, being the summer 2022 season, that I'm watching. In fact, do I dare say that this is the best anime airing this season besides works like Call of the Night, which I unfortunately can't watch because I do not have High Dive. I do say it's the best anime I'm watching this season. But that doesn't make the anime any less trash. In fact, sometimes I constantly wonder why I am still watching this. And you might be asking, dear viewer, hey Chris, if you have so many bad things to say about this anime, then why do you actually watch it? And well, dear viewer, to that I say, it's fire. Watching an absolute train wreck the entire time, and you're completely on board for the ride. Now, if you were somehow living under a rock during the explosion of Rent a Girlfriend in the summer 2020 season of anime, it was literally everywhere on TikTok. Rent a Girlfriend tells the story of Kazuya, a 21-year-old college student. After getting dumped by best girl Mami Nanami, Kazuya decides to, well, as the series describes itself, rent a girlfriend. Which, if you're wondering, is a totally legitimate thing that you can do in Japan. Unfortunately, you can't do it over here, or else I would be in a 5-year relationship by now. Anyways, Kazuya decides to rent Chizuru Mizuhara, and thus starts the series of the most dumbest events that you would ever see, and completely unrealistic, but I think that's the charm. In fact, no, I don't think. I actually argue that the point of this series, its sole purpose is to be mid. Okay, I did it. I used the M word. Okay. Alright, I'm all good. Let's continue. Now, I look forward to my Rag Fridays. In all honesty, I'm always hyped to see what Kazuya will do this week. And speaking of Kazuya, let's talk about this man. This man can be described as an absolute loose cannon, if not menace to society, who should be placed on almost every single watch list. Voiced by Alex Lee in the dub, who is perfect top tier casting for Kazuya. I honestly can't picture anyone else doing the voice for Kazuya. Or I can't even really picture anyone wanting to voice such a loser. These sessions have to be borderline a painful experience and just make you hate everything for both the Japanese and the English dub. Although actually I take that back. I feel like voicing Kazuya would be really fun to get into the mind of this just absolute loose cannon, as it always entertains to watch Kazuya almost ruin his life in every single episode. Now, don't get me wrong, I do want to give respect where respect is due, even though Ruka is really just throwing herself at him to a borderline clingy and kind of crazy extent. He refuses refuses to do anything with her in order to A, not hurt her, which really isn't on the top reason why, you'll see in a second here, because he also wants to get with Mizuhara. Now, don't get me wrong, this does indeed, without a doubt, make Kazuya the world's biggest simp and just as down bad as like the entire Quince fan base. Like, seriously, y'all need some help. But the way he does it comes across as such a sweet way. Except for when he's rubbing one out because a woman spoke to him or he got some sick fantasy in his head out of nowhere, completely shattering any sort of respect I could ever, and I mean ever, build up for this man. Honestly, making it all the better the fact that I'm a Mami fan, because being a fan of her, I'm always winning. As Mother of Spaceman said, if you're a Mami fan, you're constantly winning. Mami's made it her goal to utterly embarrass the shit out of this man and ruin his entire life. And I mean, hell, she don't even gotta do anything. This man's a complete clown on his own. And you know what? It's gotta make you think that either Mami was just a real asshole of a girlfriend and just wanted to like have some fun manipulating someone, or Kazuya was such a bad boyfriend that she had no other choice but to dump his ass within the span of a single week. But that wasn't even good enough. She simply had to become a Giga Chad like Eren Yeager, and she swore revenge on this man at any cost. I gotta say, throughout the entire first season, it just showed how dedicated she was. And how honestly great of an actor and a manipulator Mami is, because wow, even sometimes I was falling for it. I'm like, damn bro, is Mami getting back on his side? Is she, what's going on here? But no, Mami wants this man by the fucking throat, no mercy. And honestly, being a Mami fan makes the show so much more fun. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some admittedly wholesome moments, and I mean just great waifus in the show. Like, I don't think we can deny that at all. The show is just simply some waifu bait. I mean, it seems like even the creator of the show fell in love with his own character. And throw in just some dumb, fun situations. And this is why I love Rent-A-Girlfriend. And honestly, if you think Kazuya is bad now, I highly encourage you to go read the manga, because oh my, what the fuck is that? Alright, once again, thank you all so much for joining this video, and in all seriousness, I really do actually love the Rent-A-Girlfriend anime. It's honestly so much fun to have with it, and like I said, I love looking forward to my Rent-A-Girlfriend Friday, because I know I'm going to get some sort of, like, laugh or something on that day. And the anime really do be popping off right now. I'm just loving it. It's a great time, and once again, thank you to everyone who's been stopping by on the channel, been subscribing, and been watching all the videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I appreciate it so much. And my uploads will be moving to every other Friday because I don't want to put out rushed content or anything. I want to take my time with these videos and I want to make them the best that I physically can. And I appreciate everyone who's been stopping by even after the explosion of the AOT video. But that's about it for this video. Once again, thank you guys so much. This is just amazing and awesome. I'm glad that I finally have a channel that I can just talk about anime on. If there's a particular anime you would like to see me talk about potentially sometime in the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. And I hope to see you all in the next video.